Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I posted a video earlier talking about Deshaun Watson and the possible implications of him being traded around the league. And it made me think, he's not the only superstar this year, especially after a lot of disappointing seasons, who could be on the move. So today we're going to look at some of the NFL superstars that could be on the trade block this offseason, where they might go, and how that shapes up the league. Hopefully you enjoy the video, and with nothing else being said, let's get right into it. The first player we're going to talk about is effective to me because it fills a hole we spoke about a few days ago. 2 days ago I posted the Jacksonville Jaguars' perfect rebuild, and in it I talked about the potential of someone like Eric Bieniemy becoming the coach there. And one of the biggest holes in Jacksonville's offense is tight end. In a turn of events unforeseen 2 or 3 seasons ago when he was a Super Bowl champion, Zach Ertz seems to be out the door in Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, the draft pick from a few years ago, seems to be a reliable and much cheaper option, and after a disappointing season in Philadelphia, Ertz seems to be on the chopping block. So this offseason, he looks like he'll be traded. There's lots of teams around the league who would love Zach Ertz, but at his price and his age, it's tough to guess a value. I'd portray Ertz at a 4th, 5th round pick kind of guy. I don't think he's worth much more. He's a kind of player you're paying a 5th round pick, but the main aim for Philadelphia is to clear the books. And I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are a perfect fit for Zach Ertz. It's no surprise who their quarterback will be week 1 next season. Barring a horrible injury or an unforeseen circumstance, Trevor Lawrence will be suiting up in Jacksonville colours come next autumn. And in doing so, he needs weapons. He's already got a good running back behind him in James Robinson, and at wide receiver we talked about how DJ Chark and possibly a young draft pick will really help him out. But a young quarterback will always rely on a tight end. Tua proved it this year. Loving to throw to Gesicki, Smythe and Shaheen, it's a safety net that young quarterbacks will always fall on. So my first prediction for this NFL offseason is Zach Ertz ends up as a Jacksonville Jaguar. The next name on the list will come as no surprise. He's in the papers or on the news every time he touches the football, but due to seasoning injury a couple of months ago, Odell Beckham Jr hasn't touched the field for Cleveland in the majority of this playoff run. But it doesn't seem like the receiving core in Cleveland has taken a step back, and his off-field antics and even on-field antics seem to cause more of a disturbance than a bonus at this point in his career. I fully expect Cleveland to attempt to cut ties, but this won't be cheap. This could be a 1st round pick and some more. So now we're looking at this scenario differently. What team in the NFL is a wide receiver away from pushing over the top? Only one team comes to mind, and that's the Miami Dolphins. If I'm Miami, all year you've cried out to give playmakers to your young quarterback, and who better than Odell Beckham Jr. Yes, he's a polarising figure, but at his best there are very few receivers in the league that can beat him. A 1st round pick sounds like a lot, but when you're Miami you have 2. The 18th overall pick is your 1st round pick, but you also hold number 3. Going at 18 for Odell Beckham Jr allows you to reach a bit at 3. It allows you to take someone like Micah Parsons and fill a hole, or take P. Sewell. I think Odell, if he hits the open market, will have a lot of responses, but I think Miami need to take the risk. A lot of rebuilds you see that rely on the draft process, you're constantly hoping you hit again and again and again. Very few times you'll be offered such an outcome, such as Odell Beckham Jr. That's why my prediction for Odell is that he'll be a Miami Dolphin come next season. Another very interesting one this year is Matt Stafford in Detroit. Detroit has been a dysfunctional franchise for seasons, but Matt Stafford has consistently put up impressive numbers. You saw this year how much they fell off when he got injured. I think through no fault of either side in reality, their time has run to an end. So we're now looking at what team in the NFL is a quarterback away from taking over the top. Now Matt Stafford isn't the elite quarterback that he could be, but he's a very, very good quarterback. And in my opinion, A team that would love to have him, especially after today watching Philip Rivers attempt to throw downfield against Buffalo, is the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have proven to be an elite defense and a very well coached team, but for the last 2 or 3 seasons have fallen short of the quarterback position ever since Andrew Luck's surprise retirement. They never truly got out of that hole, attempting Jacoby Brissett and then moving on to Philip Rivers, but neither seems to be good enough. In an AFC where Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen seem to be there for the long haul, it's important to get a quarterback, and I believe Matt Stafford will take Colts into that debate. It's not a likely move by any means, but I feel like it's a move that benefits both sides. It gives Detroit a chance to move out of an era that they're not proud of and move forward into a younger team, whilst also letting the Colts try to make the most of a very talented roster and a lot of cap space this summer. That's why my prediction is that Matthew Stafford will go to the Indianapolis Colts this offseason. When I was doing research for these trades, I actually managed to find another 3 or 4 that really compelled me. Compelled me so much, I'm going to make a part 2 for this. Hopefully you really enjoyed this video. Hopefully we'll look back on this in a few months and see I got a few of them right. Most likely not, but it's only ideas. Anyway, hopefully you'll see you back at part 2 and hopefully enjoy the channel. But thank you very much for watching and hope you have a great day.